The Namibia Investment Promotion and Development Board is a public entity in Namibia. We are established to position Namibia as a competitive and sustainable investment destination. So our mandate is really to promote, facilitate, and retain both domestic and foreign investment that supports Namibia's long-term economic growth, as well as job creation and economic transformation. So around investment promotion, we are really there to work on facilitating investments within various sectors within the country, as well as promoting Namibia as an investment destination within those sectors, and to provide aftercare to existing investors to ensure that they retain their investments as well as their reinvestments in Namibia. On the economic development front, we are really set up to contribute to the national policy development that supports economic diversification and Namibia's competitiveness. So we also really try to drive and identify barriers to investment as well as business growth, and also propose policy reforms to address some of these in order to advance investments as well as job creation in the country.
Can you tell us what is the significance of the 2025 Mining Expo for Namibia's mining sector, and why is the NIPDB participating this year?
Yeah, Namibia Mining Expo is really the country's premier platform for showcasing opportunities across the mining value chain. It brings together investors, mining companies, financiers, technology providers, policymakers, and hundreds of other service providers from Namibia, as well as across the globe. So the Expo really plays a crucial role in positioning Namibia as a strong and competitive mining country, and as a key player in global mineral supplies. For the NIPDB, our participation this year is really about delivering tangible value to the sector and strengthening collaboration. So we are looking at reinforcing Namibia's position as a credible and competitive mining investment destination, as well as supporting national priorities. With the recently released National Development Plan, the 6th edition, there's a huge focus on mineral beneficiation as well as local participation, so that more local enterprises actually get into the mining sector. And we are trying to drive job creation as well as ensuring that each and everything within the sector flows into the broader Namibian economy.
I understand that the Namibian Investment Promotion and Development Board has put together an extensive program to engage the business community during the Expo. What are some of the events that you have lined up?
We have designed a focus program to engage the business community and key stakeholders at the Mining Expo. Our activities really aim to create opportunities for connection, investment facilitation, as well as long-term sector growth within the mining sector. The first focus for us is our exhibitor stand. We have a pavilion where we'll have an all-day presence, and our team will be on site to give direct businesses, investors, and project promoters information on Namibia's investment environment, as well as support services available through the NIPDB. We'll also be recording and profiling promising mineral projects to be promoted at international investment platforms. So we are really calling out individuals with exploration licenses or EPLs, as well as those with mining licenses, but they are struggling to find investors to make a turn at the Expo. We will be hosting 2 sessions as well. The first one is the Meet the Buyer session, which is targeted for small-scale miners, and this will be happening on the first day, on the 5th of August, between 2 to 4 o'clock at the conference tent. This is really a targeted matchmaking session, connecting small-scale miners with potential buyers or off-takers who can actually buy their products. And the aim is to open commercial channels and facilitate market access and help these operators understand what are some of the expectations from their buyers. And then a huge focus for us is the investment technical session that will be taking place on Thursday, the 7th of August, between 10 o'clock up until 12 o'clock at the main conference tent. This session is really a high-level technical session which featuring mining experts, and there are so many prominent people that will be part of that. And it's really designed to help EPL holders as well as small-scale miners structure their projects for investment readiness, focusing on risk management and credible reporting. So we've seen that there are so many people with different EPL licenses or small-scale miners that are struggling to get investments into their projects. And some of the experts and panel discussions that we'll be having there are really structured at de-risking and structuring different projects to ensure that they are able to be investment ready. So I think that's a huge focus to ensure that more and more money flows into the country, but also more and more local people and local businessmen and MSMEs also scale and move from greenfield investments, which is really our exploration phase, into a different phase to actually set up different mining activities in the country.
As you just mentioned that your team will be supporting the growing community of small-scale miners in Namibia, as well as EPL holders. What opportunities exist for the MSMEs in the mining value chain, and how is the NIPDB facilitating the participation at this event?
Yes, we are using the Expo as a platform to engage as well as support and connect early stage project promoters with real opportunities and partners. Our identified channels and partners as well as potential investors that will be at the Expo, and through our Meet the Buyer session, small scale miners will interact directly with potential off-takers and buyers. So at our exhibitors then, EPL license holders can also showcase some of their projects as well as receive targeted guidance from the NIPDB through some of the technical experts that we also have within our organization, and have their projects profiled for future promotion. It's quite important during the technical investment session that we'll be doing, we will introduce new initiatives to help improve project structuring, so as well as technical reporting and access to funding within the sector. So we are also calling on all our partners, be it financiers, development institutions, and the larger mining companies, to collaborate with the NIPDB in providing mentorship, market linkages, as well as joint venture opportunities that can help Namibia's MSMEs as well as small-scale miners or EPL holders progress towards commercial viability.
Can you also just tell us what is the Namibian Investment Promotion and Development Board's long-term vision for Namibia's mining sector, and how can investors and local stakeholders engage beyond the Expo?
Our long-term vision is really to build a globally competitive, inclusive, and sustainable mining sector. That turns Namibia into a mineral potential, or that turns our mineral potential within the country into tangible economic value, as well as job creation and long-term prosperity. So through the NDP6, there's a huge focus on mineral beneficiation, industrialization for the country, as well as local content development. And that really means we want more local institutions that are also pioneering and really getting into this mining sector. Our role really goes beyond facilitating investments during the Expo. We are committed to supporting Namibian project promoters or EPL holders and small-scale miners as well as MSMEs to package and showcase their projects internationally. We are also working with different partners and financiers to ensure that we bring reputable investors to Namibia, and leveraging key frameworks like the AFTA, which is the Africa Free Trade Agreement, as well as the SACO agreements to trade, to help local companies expand their reach and also get into new markets. So that's a huge focus. And part of what we have done now is also worked with the ministry as well as the Chamber of Mines in putting together what is referred to as the Mining Inputs Database, which is really a platform that showcases what are some of the things that are procured by the different mines, and how can Namibian companies then start producing some of these products or services in order to strengthen and upstream linkages and make Namibia's mining ecosystem more visible as well as accessible to global players.
Finally, what message would you like to share with potential investors considering Namibia as their next mining destination?
It's really just to emphasize that there are so many different opportunities within Namibia. Namibia really has a unique value proposition in that we are a politically stable country. We are also a country with different minerals that can lead to projects that can be set up. So it's really just to advance that more and more investors put their money towards the sector, as well as this huge emphasis for us for job creation. So our role really complements the efforts of the Ministry of Mines and Energy and other government agencies to promote responsible, inclusive, as well as trade-driven industrialization that maximizes the country's mineral wealth for long-term prosperity. So it's really for us to partner and work together, and we are also calling on the MSMEs and different businesses that want to enter the mining sector to begin to look into opportunities within the sector so that they also grow from different phases and we are able to grow our economy.